Welcome to the Smiles Are Wild channel, brought to you by Pediatric Dental Associates in Orthodontics. My name is Amy Morgan. We will be bringing you fun and educational videos weekly to help you take better care of your child's oral health care needs at home and on the go. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to see all of our new videos. And remember, it doesn't really matter how you take care of your teeth as long as you take care of them from the beginning.
Hi everyone, we're going to try this again. So we are not going to start this video until we get an official that someone can hear us.
Yes.
So we'll talk amongst ourselves until we get I can hear you, a thumbs up, anything. I'm looking at the screen, so if you can just let us know if you can hear us. Then we will get started and we will present all of this again because we had an epic microphone fail.
It's okay.
And hopefully the screen is not so blurry either. I guess we had a little bit of a signal problem. So I know as we get on here, it'll take just a couple minutes for people to get logged back on to let us know that they can hear us.
Maybe.
Well, it always takes a minute. Like they probably already answered me, and it just takes a minute for them to be able to see it. Technical difficulties, people. It's the first time it's ever happened to me.
It's because I'm on here. Maybe.
Well, and I think the mic thing like that. If they come on right now, they're just gonna see you. So I don't know, dance, or jig, something, you know.
I don't have any talent. So
I'm also gonna make sure that this
Is it better?
stays on. And here in a moment, we will know.
Testing.
Testing. We need to know if you can hear us. Okay. Earlier it did this too, which I went ahead and started because it felt like it was taking a while.
Maybe the signal.
Right. Okay. So I can see that people are on here. If you're watching, can you let us know you can hear us?
Can you hear us?
Right?
Can you hear me? No? Yes. Maybe.
Getting there.
Sound check.
I know, right? Check, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. This is absolutely hilarious.
Okay.
We're just gonna keep it running until
We hear something back.
this is all gonna be available on the live too, which is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2. The sound.
Hello.
Should we just get started?
Yeah,
Let's just get started.
we're just gonna get started. Hopefully everybody can hear us. Almost nothing's over here.
Let us know if for some reason you can't hear us.
Yes.
We're assuming that you can hear
We're
us.
gonna start. Here we go. Okay, so hello everyone. In case you didn't already know, my name is Amy Morgan, and I'm the marketing coordinator here at Pediatric Dental Associates in Orthodontics. We want to go ahead and start off by saying if you're watching this on Facebook, that we want you to go ahead and click that like button so that we know that you can get all of our notifications and know what's going on. We provide lots of educational content. We also have some really awesome contests. You can also find us on Instagram, YouTube, and our podcast on iTunes and Spotify by searching Smiles Are Wild. So you can find all of our content there as well, and we hope that you will come over and follow us. We sometimes do lots of different contests on Instagram versus Facebook, so you need to be following us on both. We actually have a big contest coming up in the next couple of weeks, which is our Hunt for the Golden Pumpkin.
That's going to be a lot
We're
of
going to be announcing the start of that, so we should be okay. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties earlier. So it looks like everyone can
Here.
hear you.
Yay!
Okay, but the clarity of the video. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Today, we are going to be discussing what to expect when you first get your braces on. So we are in the month of October. It is Orthodontic Health Month. And so I have asked one of our lovely assistants, Lorena, to come on and talk to us kind of what happens in that first appointment when you're getting your braces on. We're going to be talking a little bit about appliances, and we're going to say the word appliance sometimes. What we mean by that is any set of braces, any set of a rapid palate expander, a herb appliance, anything that is being placed in your mouth that is going to be permanently there during your duration of orthodontics. There's a couple of these steps that are also done for aligners, Invisalign or 3M aligners, but most of these steps have to do with the fact that we are prepping the teeth for that appliance to stay there permanently.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I know when we were talking earlier, a lot about this appointment comes from something they've heard from their friends or family. You know, they're scared, things like that. So what are we doing as far as making sure they're comfortable, making sure we've answered all their questions?
Okay, so first thing, when you come back and see us, you usually have already came in and had your records done, so you may have already had impressions or scanned and came in and had x-rays and all that taken care of. But when you come back and see us, I will ask you, of course, any questions that you have before anything gets started? Do you have any questions? Because everybody's number one question is it going to hurt? How long is this going to take? So the appointment itself may take, depending on exactly what appliance you're getting, it may take up to an hour and 30 minutes, but it doesn't mean you're going to be sitting there the whole time with your mouth open for that long. No, like we usually get started and prep the teeth. We take a couple 20 minutes or so to get that going, to get the brackets or your appliance going first, and before Dr. Jason walks over and he does the measurements of placing exactly where he wants the bracket or the appliance in. But first we clean your teeth and get that started, prepping and cleaning and getting that set up for Dr. Jason. Usually takes about 20 minutes or so, and then he comes in, seats the appliance, seats the brackets, measures, and then we use this cool blue light, and it's kind of like when you go get your nose done, where you put your hands in and the blue light hits your nose and it dries up all that glue. It's pretty similar to that. What we seat the appliance, we use a blue UV light that seats the appliances on. So after we do that, we then get started with you choosing colors. But I do want to go over, being comfortable, because that's one thing that I was really nervous when I got my braces. I've had braces before, I've had them twice. And the first time I remember, I was really nervous, and my hands were so cold, and it was like freezing in the room, because usually they say it's always freezing in dental offices, which is very true.
It is.
But yes, so I was like, oh my gosh, I should have brought a jacket. So I want you to be comfortable. So if you're like, oh my gosh, it's cold in here, let's get you a blanket, let's get you comfortable. Or if you're like, I have a question, like, what are we doing today? What does this look like? What's going in my mouth? I like to walk you through every step and show you what's going in your mouth, because some of the things that we use kind of may look like, okay, what is that for, and so we like to show it to you, tell you about it before it goes in your mouth. So I'm going to talk to you during the process while I'm working in your mouth, so that you're not like scared, because we do use some retractors, and I usually, if you're going to get braces or thinking about getting braces, you need to play the game speed down. Because it's going to definitely help stretch you.
And that's the game where you take the retractors or the big metal clear piece, you put it in your mouth, and you have to say words, and people have to guess what they are.
Yes.
So that contraption that they use is very similar to what we use to hold your mouth open for the dental procedure.
So if you're like nervous about it, practice with it.
Yeah.
Like you can make it, put your retractors in, you're
Sure.
like, oh, I know you're putting them out. So it's not like retractors kind of may sound like a scary word. So we use retractors, and we use, we'll show you, like, we use lots of water and stuff. So I like to show what I'm doing before I'm actually, because you don't want to, like, throw a bunch of stuff at
And
you.
I think that's a philosophy we have as PDAO as a whole, is the show, tell, do, meaning that we're going to show you what we're going to do, and then we're going to tell you what we're going to do, and then we're going to do it. So again, if somebody just started coming at you with everything and wasn't explaining what was going on, you would feel uncomfortable too. So we do strive to make sure that we're trying to explain as much as we can, because, maybe you as the parent have said, like, you're getting braces, but the kid wasn't paying attention during the consults. They have no idea what's going on. So we try to walk them through to keep them as comfortable as they possibly can. And I think a lot of times too, when they start getting to the next step, which we're going to get to, is like prepping the tooth and things like that. that time frame is only like 15 to 20
Yes,
minutes, but
it's
it
not very
seems
long.
like a long time because you're not used to holding your mouth open
Mm-hmm.
for that long. So then you're
Yes.
just curious because you can't really see what's going on. But we promise we're not doing anything awful.
Yes.
But there is a process that's going to go through there, but it seems like a long time, but it's really not. So the more you can prepare ahead of time, knowing that you're going to have that little bit of, it's not really uncomfortable, it's just kind of odd and weird.
No,
It
that's
doesn't hurt at all.
Like, is this gonna hurt? No, it's not gonna hurt when you have the retractors in your mouth. It's not comfortable either.
Sure.
Like somebody pulling your cheeks apart is not very comfortable. So it's that's the only part that I feel like people are like, okay, that was not the fun part, but everything else is pretty easy. The fun part, of course, is picking your colors. I think that's the fun. That's like the highlight of the appointment. I get to pick my colors.
Right.
So it's just getting past that process. And I think the more that we're walking you through it and telling you, okay, first step, we're doing this, second step, we're doing it becomes easier and it goes actually, I feel like it goes pretty quickly. So yes, like I was saying, once we get started in prepping and then Dr. Jason comes over and we cure the teeth, you cure the appliance onto your teeth, and after that you get a break. So we're not gonna have you stretched out sitting there for so long. You get a break, you get to go back to the back and rinse your mouth because the glue that we use, it's not my favorite. It's not taste nothing like what you think.
Right. I think you told me it's supposed to taste like cherries, but it doesn't.
Not. No, it's not. Sour cherries maybe.
Sure.
Maybe. But yes, you get to rinse your mouth and then you come back, and then that's when I usually like to ask, like, okay, how are you doing? Like, are you okay? Do you have any other questions? Or this is what's happening next. So that's when we put your colors, put your wires in. And that process doesn't take long at all. It usually takes.
That's the fun part.
Yeah,
the colors are fun.
Yes, so 5 to 10 minutes at the most, and then we go over the instructions. Now this is where I have to have your absolute attention. Like this is where I'm like, okay, if you're on your phone, because usually I have patients that are like Snapchatting it or like.
Right. You're really excited about your braces, so you want to take all the selfies and
that's
do
good.
all the
I
things.
love that. I love when I get patients like that. It's
right,
fun.
but I think as far as like us talking to parents as a whole, this is the part where you as the parent need to be paying close attention because like them getting this stuff on and what all they've done is important and you need to kind of know what we're doing obviously, but the actual taking care of them at home is like the thing that's going to make their teeth look amazing when they're done. So that is one of the most important things, and I know we talked a little bit about what type of videos do they watch? 2 different videos?
Yeah, so I show them 2 different videos. We have a video that shows them how to brush because it's a little different when you're brushing without braces than with braces on. There's a different technique to that. And I have a goodie bag. If you want to hold that up, so
I would love to.
Okay, so I have a goodie bag here, and what we show them the video where you're doing circular brushing, and you can see exactly how the brush goes around the brackets. And we throw in toothbrushes. So you have a regular sized toothbrush. You have a baby toothbrush, and I always get everybody's, it's hilarious. And I'm like, oh, and we're giving you a baby toothbrush, and they're like, what? Like, why?
Right.
So a baby toothbrush because the head on there is softer, and it's also smaller. So there's any areas that you're having difficulty getting through because of the crowding, or also if your teeth are pretty sensitive, which I've had patients that are like, yes, it really helped because my teeth were sore the next day, and so it made it a lot easier just to use that toothbrush. So we have a baby toothbrush. We also have a travel size toothbrush, and so you can throw this in the little goodie bag that we give you, which looks like this. It's really fun. So you can throw that in there, take that to school with you, and that way you are making sure you're taking care of your teeth when you're at school, because that's very important. After you eat lunch, you don't want to have any food stuck all around your teeth. So we give you those things, and we also give you a little proxy proxy brush.
Yes, and just so you know, if you're looking for these in the future, so we call it a proxy brush, which is like Proxy. It's an interproximal brush, and you can find them at Walmart too.
I call it the Christmas tree brush.
Yes,
because it's tiny and it looks like a little Christmas
tree. Yeah,
if
you get it, I think I can get it closer.
I'm like trying to reach out there.
But it looks like a little Christmas tree ended thing there. But that's so it can go between your teeth, between your brackets, all that. It kind of acts sort of like a flosser.
Yes, honestly, it's the best thing ever. When I had braces, like this was in my back pocket, in my purse, everywhere, because it is super awesome. It gets in between the teeth, and anything that gets stuck in between your teeth, it really helps it get it out. So definitely recommend that. We also watch a video on flossing. So flossing is another thing that takes a little bit longer. When I had braces, I remember they're like, yeah, it's going to take a little bit longer to brush your teeth. And I was like, a little bit longer? Oh, sure, 2 more minutes. No, it does not just take 2 more minutes. Like, you're going to spend a whole lot of time because you want to make sure that you capture and get everything nice and clean. And I always tell my patients, double check, brush your teeth and then double check. Go back in there, look in the mirror and double check. You don't want to have your lunch walking around with you. You don't want to go to sleep and still have dinner on your food, or on your teeth.
Right.
These are the little floss trays that we give you. There's 2 different kinds. We also have a third kind, which I didn't throw in here.
And these are floss threaders. So you can use regular floss, but this is a threader that is made where you put the floss through there, and then you can slide it underneath your brackets, in between your brackets, so you can get the lower teeth, because you can't put the floss all the way through the wire. So this gets around the wire. So it's again, it's just called a floss threader, so you can thread it through your wires.
I think we are going to have another video on that, and showing you exactly how to use these, because I know we're kind of showing you what's in here. But
this is just the basics.
We will have another video that we will show you exactly how it's used, so you guys can see. So if you are a patient that's going to be getting braces soon, you can be able to view it from there, and it's going to make it a whole lot easier.
Right.
We also have the wax. I want to say one thing that I think I've learned and I've told my patients too is, don't put the wax on every single tooth. Like, I know everything feels really funny. The brackets are kind of rubbing at first when you first get your braces on because your lips and your cheeks are not used to it. But if you put wax on every single tooth and you keep it on every time like that, your lips and your cheeks are never going to get used to this.
Right.
So to your brackets. So you want, or your appliance. So you want to make sure that you use the wax when it's really uncomfortable and bothering you, but you also do want to give your cheeks and your lips time to adjust to the brackets. Because when I got my braces on, I remember I put on wax on the whole lower, and I just kept taking it off and like, is this going to be me for the rest of the, And you don't want to do that because yes, your cheeks and the lips and everything will adjust to it. It's just going to take a couple of days or so. So that's one thing I wanted to throw in there and say.
Yes, and wax, even if you can't get it, like we give it to you when you start, and when you're in the office, we can give you some. But just in case you have any kind of emergency and you can't get to the office, they do sell wax at most Walmart, neighborhood markets, any of that. And it's usually going to be on the very bottom row of like all the crazy dental things.
Mm-hmm. And it is kind of like Play-Doh, so it's really soft. You kind of squish down and just place it right on the area that's bothering and just rub it around. Another thing I'm going to show you guys is the Clinic Pro 5000. So this we highly, highly, highly recommend. All of our patients, we get home, that get an appliance, go home with this on the day that they get started.
Yeah, and it's a prescription strength fluoridated toothpaste. So it's giving them the extra protection that they need on their teeth while they're in braces. So sometimes if we have kids that are super cavity prone that don't have braces, we prescribe this to them as well, or give it to them in our office. We can home prescribe this out of our office, but it is super important that this is what they're using daily while they're in braces.
So it also provides more fluoride. I think it's like 4 times more the regular fluoride product. So it's very helpful for. We don't want to get cavities. We don't want to get any staining during this process. So we highly recommend this. You just have to use it at night, and you use like a little tiny pea-sized amount. We go over the instructions when you come in here. We tell you how to use it and make sure that you have this down before you leave. So I know we go over a lot of information. So I have a lot of patients who are just like sitting there like, we're ready to go show off their braces to everybody. And they're kind of like, I'm like, are you listening? Because we're going to have a quiz at the end. And they're like, yes. But if you do forget about anything, feel free to call us. You can ask for any of the assistants. We're all here to help with any questions that you have. But also, we do send home a little note that has
all the instructions
that we went over, front and back, of everything that we talk about, the flossing, the rinsing, the vitamins, and everything, so that you can have that with you in your little bag.
And then we also have a how to take care of your brackets, kind of like what not to eat and things like that. And we're going to go over that a little bit more in depth next week. But we do provide all of this on your first appointment. So I think sometimes kids get super excited and they have the bag, and the bag goes home, and then mom never looks in the bag. Mm-hmm. So it's very important, like, take this sheet out, stick it on your refrigerator, stick it somewhere so that you know what's going on, along with the no-no list. So when they do something to their brackets, you can be like, it was on the list. But just make sure that you're going back over these instructions with your child. The more that they're taking care of their appliances and their teeth while they're in their appliances, the better orthodontic outcome they will have. I mean, it's been proven. Our good brushers and our good flossers, their teeth look amazing.
I do want to say, we do have a contest for our good patients. For the patients that are brushing really good, taking really good care of their teeth, we do have a contest. Every month, we draw a name. if you see us during that month and your teeth are super clean, you get your name entered in there. And I'm not gonna brag, but most of my patients, like, they get their name in there. Because when you come back and see me after you get your braces on, like, if your brushing is not good, we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna show you where you're missing. And then next time you're gonna get your name in there because you know that you missed this area and you're gonna brush and take care of that area stuff.
And I think this is all really important. I think the main objective for this is just to kind of let you know that it's not a scary process. Mm-hmm. It can be a tad lengthy and a little bit uncomfortable, but it does not hurt. No. And that we provide all the information that you need to know what to do to take care of them. So, another thing I would encourage parents to do is when your child comes back in for checkups, check with the assistant, check with the orthodontist, say, how is their hygiene? Mm-hmm. Because it could be that maybe it's a little bit borderline. So we're like, oh, it's good. But, be serious. Just say, like, where do they need to work on them and trying to get them to brush. And they will be super honest with you and kind of let you know kind of where we're at with that. Because you don't want them to get their braces off that you just paid for and then them have little white spots all over their teeth or some staining or cavities even, we want to make sure that we're taking care of those because, everything on their teeth, a lot of their teeth surface is blocked by a wire or, the bracket or the appliance. And so the more that they're brushing and taking care of them, the better outcome they're going to have.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you wanted to add about?
Well, just saying, like before you leave, we schedule the next visit and we kind of let you know what's happening next time so you're aware of what to expect at the next visit as well. But before you leave, I always check with the parent and the patient, like any questions, anything that we need to go over again, because we want you to leave comfortable. We want you to know exactly like what to expect next time because we don't want there to be any surprises along this. Like, sure. You need to know exactly what's going on so that you feel very comfortable about coming to see us every time.
Yeah, and we're here for you every step of the way. So never hesitate to call if you have any questions. Our phone lines are usually on anytime between the hours of 8 and 5. We don't close for lunch for phone hours. We do have an after hours emergency call. If something was to come up, they'll kind of talk to you about how to process through that when it's time. And we try to take care of every single thing that we possibly can.
Yes, definitely don't hold it through the weekend. I am that mom that I'm going to call until somebody answers me, but I'm calling.
Sure.
So don't hold it through the weekend. If you have something, if you have a question or you have something bothering, don't hold it through the weekend and just call Monday. Look, somebody is there to help and assist with any question that you have. So feel free to do that.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to thank you, Lorena, for coming on today and talking about this. Again, we are happy to answer any questions. You can email me directly at amy@smilesarewild.com. You'll also be able to find this video again later here on our Facebook page. You can also find it up on YouTube here in a little bit. We hope that you're enjoying all the educational content that we're trying to provide here from PDA&O because ultimately we just want to make sure that as parents, you have the information that you need to take care of your child's oral health care. Again, you can follow us on all social media channels by searching Smiles Are Wild. And we hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and go visit us on smilesarewild.com.